Did you know that Mother's Day was brought to us by a virulent racist and segregationist? I learned that while I was working on some stuff for my Patreons. You know, we do what is the equivalent of advanced Black history. Well, Black, Indigenous, Brown, Asian history. I'm branching out history for my tier 2 and 3 Patreons. And I was working on essay for J. Thomas Heflin, a racist and segregationist in the South. He's from Alabama. And found out that he's the one who gave us Mother's Day. Let's talk about it. J. Thomas Heflin was born in Louina, Alabama, the son of a slave owner. In fact, J. Thomas Heflin would often boast that his father enslaved more people than anyone in Randolph County, Alabama. In 1901, he was a delegate for Alabama's Constitutional Convention and helped rewrite their state constitution so that it disenfranchised Black people. He believed in the disenfranchisement of Black people, so they couldn't vote. He said, and I quote, "God Almighty intended that the Negro be the servant of the white man." That was his belief. Yeah. He was also an ardent supporter of convict leasing system, which sold Black prisoners who very often were falsely convicted to farmers and industrialists for the duration of their sentence, and in some cases suffered worse working conditions than American slavery. Yeah, they did. He argued before a group of Confederate veterans that forcing Blacks to labor was a means to hold them to their proper social position. In 1908, Heflin proposed to bring Jim Crow laws to D.C. streetcars to prevent Black men from sitting next to white women. And he called interracial seating on streetcars an offensive and irritating condition. He protested New York's legalization of racial intermarriage between a Black man and a white woman. He wrote, "Shame upon those in authority who will permit such a humiliating, disgraceful, and dangerous thing to happen. Where are the white men of self-respect, of race pride? The great white race is the climax and crowning glory of God's creation. The present disgusting and deplorable situation in New York State is not new under the modern Roman Tammany system. Scores of Negroes in Harlem have been permitted to marry white wives with licenses granted by and with the hearty approval of the state and city government." And then he indicated that the senator of New York, Richard Copeland, might be lynched and hanged if he ever made it down south. It was a threat. Yes. And in 1937, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, Hiram Wesley Evans, publicly revealed that Heflin had joined the organization in the late 1920s. He was like, "Oh yeah, Heflin, I remember him from way back. He's been with us for quite some time. Since what? The 1920s, Joe? Yeah, he joined us in the 1920s. That's right, Kevin. Yeah." And in between being a hateful, racist, segregationist, and despite the fact that he did not believe in women's rights or giving women the right to vote. He did believe in honoring motherhood. Yeah. On May 10th, 1913, Heflin introduced his most lasting achievement in House Resolution 103, which requested the donning of white carnations by federal and elected officials to honor mothers. He stated that mothers are the greatest source of our country's strength and inspiration. Oh, at least he liked mothers. Because at the same time, he was going around saying that Catholics were trying to overthrow the government. So, there's that.